step into the beat, yeah, we're feeling so iconic. Glitter in the air and the vibes are supersonic. Queens in the house, got the world in our hand. We tearing up the scene with those Halston plans.
Hey you guys, how are you guys doing? I'm Vanity Halston.
And I'm Veronica Halston.
And you guys are hanging with the Halstons. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Everybody having a good week?
Few and far between.
I've been in a bad mood all weekend long.
She has. I can attest to it. This bitch has been going in on us.
So today at brunch, I came backstage and I was like, I'm done. I'm quitting this. I'm quitting drag. I'm out of here. I'm done. And Jazmyn Masters was like, no, girl, it's okay. I said, no, you will. Let me have my moment. And then she drank some wine and she was scared.
Yeah. You had her shaking in her boots a little bit. Me too, bitch. I was like, oh my God, she really about to do it. She about to just jump off the cliff.
Maybe not a cliff, but I mean, in front of a, no. No, but you know what though? It's like, okay, so not a lot of sleep. I was up for like 37 hours the night before, and then came here and did Broadway roulette, and then was so tired, and then had to be up at 7 o'clock this morning. It's been a weekend, which is why my voice sounds like this, because my throat is like...
Girl, your voice always sounds like that.
Not this bad. Well, it does always sound like this, but not this bad. But let me tell you, my throat is like, hey, if you're not going to put anything in it, we are going to shut down.
Wow.
Just saying. Yeah. Do you know what? I was thinking about it earlier, though, when I was going to quit drag, that how fortunate, like, I am to do this as a profession.
Right.
You know, like, this is what I do for a living. I do this, 5, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. Now you do this for a living, right? Like, this is what you do.
Yeah, for a few years now, luckily.
Yeah. Since when you became a host? I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And what?
But so here's the thing. What was the weirdest job you've ever had, like, beforehand?
I don't know. I don't really think I had any weird jobs like that. I was the server for most of it. I was like one of the people who dressed like the mannequins in Forever 21. That was my very first job.
Oh.
Horrible.
My first job was in a sandwich shop. I made grinders. Yeah.
You made grinders.
Well, that sounds bad. Grinder didn't exist then.
Oh, you mean like it's a kind of
Sandwiches.
sandwich. Would you like to explain what a grinder is for maybe our younger audience, if there are any?
It's a Subway sandwich, but it wasn't Subway. It's just Grinders is a sandwich. Yeah.
Cool.
Google. Listen, I have lost kind of hope in the kids of today because they don't know what a rotary phone is.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. There's a video of a dad who was telling his daughter to call somebody in a hotel room
With a rotary phone.
No, it was a regular phone, but she'd only had a cell phone her entire life.
It's just the numbers.
Yeah, but she was too dumb to figure that out.
But all you're doing is looking at numbers. I don't understand how difficult that is.
Not everybody has the
like
same intelligence as you or me.
Wow, that's crazy. It was honestly crazy though to not just be able to read a number. I mean,
She didn't know that she should press the buttons.
Oh.
Because she's used to a screen.
You press buttons on a screen.
No, you don't.
She must have just been a dumbass. Oh my God.
Let me tell you, I don't have a lot of faith anymore in what's happening. I don't. But it is what it is. So which got me on this topic, because today when I was thinking about it, I saw an ad for a horse penis washer. And
and you were ready. You were so ready, huh?
I wasn't ready.
I want to quit drag. I'm going to wash horse penis.
I mean, listen, if I could wash penis and get paid for it, I mean, right now I do it for free. And so, I mean, I don't wash penises. I would like to, but I don't.
Yeah, some people need
I'm lucky.
help.
Listen, y'all are lucky I wash mine.
Okay, let's not get too crazy now.
It is what it is. But what was the weirdest job that somebody had here?
Anybody with a weird job out there in the audience?
You were Mr. Peanut? In what? What?
For the women's golf event.
The women's golf event.
I'm not that kind of lesbian. I don't do golf stuff.
You don't do golf, so you were a nut?
You're not that kind of lesbian?
I was Mr. Peanut because it was sponsored by Nabisco and Planters.
Oh my God. Do you still have the costume?
No, I didn't own it.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
I was hired to be a clown one time outside of a furniture store.
Baby, that's your whole life.
That's what started my drag career. I was like
You're lying.
12 years old.
Oh.
And I was like, and they put lipstick around my lips because they didn't have like clown paint.
Right.
And I was like, this feels right.
Before the filler, she's like,
Filler?
the filler.
How dare you expose me in that way?
Girl, we know.
I know, it is, yeah. Have you had any work done?
No, not yet, but I'm on my way.
Are you? What are you going to get done?
I don't know. I'd like to get some filler as well, but mine like here.
You're talking about in your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need them in my lips.
For the people who are listening and not watching.
Oh! If you are not watching, let me tell you, I have...
Because if you say I'm looking for filler, it could mean a whole different thing in the audio world.
Okay.
You
No, I'm not looking for that kind of filler. I'm looking for face filler, baby.
Yeah.
Some Juvederm. Not for Juvederm, that's for your lips. Right?
Is it?
I think so.
I did silicone.
Yeah, don't do that.
Why?
You're not supposed to do that.
2009. My lips are going strong. You know how much abuse my mouth has been in?
Much.
Since 2009. It is, yeah. But listen, I'm gonna get my lips redone because they're lopsided. But I got my lips done when I lived in Oklahoma City, and it was in a kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, because me and my friend and I traded. She did silicone work and I did tattoos. So I did her tattoo and she did my lips.
Don't do that at home, kids. Please.
Well, I mean, all of my other friends were getting like wrestling and collagen.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
It was like $600 a pop. And I'm like, why would you spend that much money to just have to have it redone in like 6 months from now?
Well, because silicone's dangerous.
It's not if it's done right. They're just saying, it's not if it's done right. I wouldn't mind getting other things pumped.
Like?
A BBL.
BBL drizzy.
I'm gonna do a BBL. Because let me tell you, my ass was so amazing when I was like younger. Well, when I was like 20, up until I was like 35, my ass was like plump and whatever. Jazmyn Masters was actually talking about it today backstage.
Yes, she was.
And then when I got heavy, I still had an ass. And then when I got gastric bypass, my ass just fell.
But now you can do that little thingy with your ass.
I could have done it then. But get this, because I can do my butt cheeks one at a time.
Yeah.
Right? So I can do each cheek separately. But back then, I used to be able to hit the back of my head with it. Just.
Nasty.
And now when I run, I trip over. So, yeah.
Yeah, fun.
You know, but I wouldn't mind getting a BBL.
That did you know? I just found this out that BBL is like the most dangerous cosmetic surgery you can get.
Is it really?
It has the highest mortality rate.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's the alternative?
To a BBL?
BBL, like what?
Silicone.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I
You just
knew
gotta
that-
make sure you get it done good, because a lot of the girls with a silicone be
Yeah.
looking a little lumpy.
You have to like trust the person who's doing it. You have to know that it's actually
Good
real
silicone.
good silicone. I mean, here's the thing: my lips are fine. Most people don't even know that I have my lips done, because I didn't want duckbill.
You didn't?
I know. Okay, look. Okay. Look at my lips, and tell me they don't look thick and plump, but not unnatural.
Is I'm gonna just not answer the question.
What? Do my listen?
They look a little voluptuous for someone with your skin complexion.
Listen, Italians have thick lips.
Are you Italian?
Yes, bitch, I'm Italian. Do you want to see my 23andMe?
Yeah, I would actually love to.
So I did a 23andMe.
Okay.
And 'cause, like, I know that my mother's side of the family are all from Sicily. And so when I didn't know how much Italian I was, and I didn't know where my dad is from. I know some of his family's from Germany, some of them are from England, but I really didn't know like where it landed. And so I did a 23andMe, and I found out that I'm 3% Scottish.
Hey.
And so I called Morgan because she's the only Scottish person I know.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was like, hey, bitch, I'm 3% Scottish. She's like, what clan? I said, wait a minute. Baby, we don't
use
say
that word. We don't use that word out here.
We don't say that word
We
here.
don't use that word out here, baby.
Not with my skin tone.
Nope.
But anyways, I'm 50% Italian.
Okay.
And then I'm like a bunch of other things.
Love that.
Yeah. So I'm working on getting my dual citizenship for Italy.
Ooh, that way, in case we gotta run, you can run.
Yeah.
Good choice.
100%. But also because if I become a citizen, a dual citizen, I can move anywhere in the EU.
What?
In the United Kingdom.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, European Union.
That was
Don't
not a
worry.
take. I was
Don't
like,
worry,
I was
I'm
like,
gonna
that's a
cut
K.
that out.
Shit. Fuck.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Listen, when is that Pride Festival? CC Pride. Okay, so Nathan over here, my friend,
Hi,
sent me a
Nathan.
random text message and said, "Are you doing the bed run?" I said, "Bitch, I don't run."
She said, in my bed, I sleep.
Yeah, I don't even sleep in my bed. But listen,
That's so true.
I've never done the bed run, but apparently what happens is on the last day of the Cathedral City Pride,
Right.
all the
It's a
businesses
race.
decorate a bed and they push it down.
You've never done it?
I will not.
Don't we do it? Don't
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
111 does it. I don't do it.
Oh.
But Kunda, you did it with him last year, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
Turner. You ate shit, huh?
Turner
Like face
looked
first.
like she was stuck in a turnstile. She was running, and then all of a sudden it was just.
Oh. That's always fun, though.
Yeah, but you know what though? She did it with
Grace.
no.
I'll send you the TikTok for the Patreon.
No, we won't. We won't
The
do that to
TikTok.
poor Turner.
Oh, wait. That would have been perfect to put in our videos.
If you actually send it, I will show it. I will show it for sure.
That would be great.
Turner, have you ever done roller derby?
I tried.
Why?
Really?
Because she's a lesbian?
I mean, you're like, she's right. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I know you did. Because here's the thing. So there used to be a roller derby team in San Bernardino in the Inland Empire, and they were called the Derby Divas.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like a drag show.
And I don't know if they're still around or whatever.
The
but
Derby Divas.
their very first match,
Uh-huh.
guess who they hired to come and sing the national anthem for their very first derby meet? Me.
The biggest lesbian
Baby.
we know.
No,
The
here's
biggest
the
lesbian
thing.
we know.
Okay, it was at the San Bernardino Convention Center. Okay, I go there and I'm in like a red corset, a short like pixie wig, and then I had like camo pants on with like red thigh-high boots. Cause I was like, oh, this is roller derby, bitch. I'm about to come in and show out, and I'm gonna sing national anthem live. And then I walk in, and I did not expect that many bikers and truckers to be there.
Well, yeah.
I was like,
it's Derby, girl.
I've never been to
That's
a
some
derby
intense
match.
shit.
I've
That's
never been to a derby
crazy.
match, but I went there and I sang the national anthem, and they were so far away that they really didn't know what I was.
Well, because you look like a lady.
Until I started singing. And then you see all of the bikers' faces kind of turn and like look at one another because you know they were all talking about fucking me on the back of their hog.
Well, with an ass like that in those days.
Let me tell you, yeah, in those days.
Oops.
In those days.
Alrighty, it's my turn next. Alrighty, y'all. I only have a few little things to give you. First, I have a PSA. Do we have any hairy ass bitches out there?
Nathan.
Well, yeah.
you
Okay,
hairy?
if you are a drag queen on the run, this is a warning and a heads up. No matter how late you're running, shave around your nipples slowly.
What happened?
I took my nipple off. the
You
tip of it.
did?
Yeah. This happened. Well, this has happened a long time ago. I'm just now letting people, reminding them, hey, don't get too crazy. Did it grow back? Yes, but I have no feeling in it.
Ooh.
I used to have 2 wired nipples, and now I only have 1.
Wire nipples?
Wired.
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 Oh. Does that mean they're sensitive?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Well,
No.
I'm not a nipple person. I'm also not
How
ticklish.
can you not be?
It doesn't
I don't get how
arouse
people
me.
don't like nipples. Ooh.
It doesn't arouse me. Like nipples don't do any, like they don't,
Like when they touch your nipples, no?
I can care less.
You just ready for that dick.
I'm not, no, I'm ready to go eat.
She
I'm
said,
ready to
I've
go
been
to-
starving myself.
Yeah,
I
let's
just
go
want
to
some
Denny's, get a grand slam, and then part ways. But I forgot what I was gonna say.
food. I don't know either.
I don't either. Oh no. But I'm also not ticklish.
Oh, I am very ticklish. So
See, I'm not
I wonder if
ticklish.
that's like if it correlates.
I don't know. But I like people have tried to like tickle me under my arms or my my.
What about your feet?
No.
Really?
I mean,
I feel like
it's-
everybody's feet
It's
are ticklish.
it's a little weird when I'm getting like a pedicure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's I mind over matter. I focus.
Yeah. Huh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is what it is.
Next, I have a question. Okay. Now, if anybody knows the logic of this, please let me know. Why is there a certain group of people that when they sweat, they smell like Taco Bell? And please tell me that I am not the only one that thinks this because
hang on.
it trips me the fuck out.
I feel very attacked right now because we know how much I love my Taco Bell.
Yes, but it's a real thing. Please tell me.
It's a real
other
thing?
people have smelled that, right? Yes. Okay. Oh my God, I'm not crazy.
You have.
Yeah, there are some people that smell like Taco Bell when
What
they
does
sweat.
Taco Bell smell like? There's so many
It's I
scents.
I don't know what it is. I really need to like take some time. Maybe next week when we come back, I'll do some research in between and see what it is because it just really troubles me. And then I don't want to eat Taco Bell for like a few days after because it's just gross.
Here's the thing. I would much rather you smell like Taco Bell than BO.
But that's their BO smells like Taco Bell.
Well, you know what? Then God has blessed them because there are other people here in this Palm Springs
Oh,
that. Oh, did you find it?
Yeah, it's Bohemian. It's the disease that occurs when bacteria on your skin.
Let's just give it to
Can-
us.
can I
Just give
see?
it to us. Jesus Christ. What is this, preschool? Show and tell. Read it out loud. Don't answer yourself.
Okay, and now I know why. Now I know why I think it smells like Taco Bell, because it says bromidrosis is a disease that occurs when the bacteria on your skin breaks down sweat and produces an abnormally offensive smell similar to onions or sulfur, which is why it smells like Taco Bell, because Taco Bell heavily puts onions in their burritos.
And sulfur.
Oh my God, I feel so smart.
Do you feel smart that you were able to read that?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was able to pronounce bromidrosis.
Well, we will get comments at whether you pronounce that
Oh, yeah.
correctly or not.
Yeah, let us know if there are any.
But let me tell you,
Doctors
like,
watching,
there are
listening.
people who have BO that can't smell their BO.
Oh, that's so sad.
There are, and it's a real thing.
That's so sad. I hate that.
I worked with this one entertainer in Oklahoma who always smelled like armpits, but she didn't know she smelled like armpits.
There's a lot of people out in California that don't know that they smell like armpits
Yeah,
too.
I know. Have you walked in? Never mind. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Palm Springs pays my rent. I'm not gonna offend anybody on camera.
I already know who you're gonna say too.
I wasn't gonna say anybody. I was gonna say a whole community. But
Oh.
people are into it. People are into it. But no, don't get me wrong. And after like a light workout, smell is hot.
Oh yeah. Well, I do not like clean balls. Like clean smelling balls. Like
I
if
don't like clean
I
balls.
don't like clean balls.
You heard it here.
No,
folks.
hold on. Let me elaborate a little bit. I don't like going down on a guy and it tastes or smells like soap. I don't like that. I want like a little bit like man smell.
You want a little bit
I
of
want
Taco
the dick
Bell
to
on those
smell
balls?
like I want the dick to smell like a dick.
Taco Bell on those balls? Is that what you're looking for?
No, that's offensive. That's crazy.
Good night. No. Now, baby powder, a lot of people use baby powder down there and whatever, and that's,
No, I don't want to smell
Yeah.
it either. That's so gross.
well, I don't want to taste it. I'm not trying to make paste or whatever. Baby powder, what does it make? Soup,
What?
pasta?
Baby powder soup?
No, I don't know. Because, because it tastes like flour,
Does it?
cornstarch. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had baby powder in my mouth before. Have you?
A couple times by accident.
Oh.
When they were trying to freshen up before I got there. I'm just
Didn't
kidding.
have time for a shower. They just said.
No, honey, everyone has the time for a shower. And let me tell you, anybody that writes you a message that says, hey, I want you to come over, and when you say, oh, I got to shower first, no, you don't, just come over. No, you're not the one for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I need to
I don't know. I
clean out.
I love a good quiche. No.
Quiche and,
No, stop.
quiche and Taco Bell balls.
Stop. No. I was trying to say Kesha, but I was about to say Keisha. I like a good Kesha shower personally.
What's a Kesha
If I'm
shower?
running too late, I do a good Kesha shower. You just turn the sink on. You get some soap in your hands and you go. Audio listeners, you won't get this. You go. And then you go out the door. You hit the pits, you hit the snatch, and you walk out the door.
With just soap and water?
Yeah, just to tap it.
Yeah, that's a whore bath.
Yeah, Kesha shower.
You kids. You fucking kids. Whore
Morning
bath.
feeling
Yeah.
like. No.
Do you notice that have you noticed we're wearing the same hair? I know.
Oh man.
Twins.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I had it on
Anyways,
first. If we're gonna, she decided to copy me
No, I decided to show them what it looks like on somebody.
with alabaster skin.
Yep. You know what? We could literally do like the marketing campaign. You know how they always have like, this is what it looks like.
The shades.
The shades. Yeah. This is what you will look
We're all
like
like-
if you are a Latina with blonde hair. And this is what you look like if you are Casper with blonde hair.
Not Casper. Oh no.
Good evening. Because here's the thing.
No, but you're not that fluorescent.
Have you seen my legs?
Well,
Yeah, if you put a black light, baby, watch out. Not only for the stains, but just. I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
It is what it is. Okay. Anyways, we'll be right back with our showcase videos.
bye
Oh, my
guys.
God.
See you soon.
Hanging with the Halstons, you know it's a show. Laughing and spinning, let the good times flow. Every story snatched, every tea is hot. In the glam zone, baby, give it all you got.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging with the Halstons.
We got a charcuterie board.
charcuterie board. Yeah, they were eating this while the first set was going on, and
Yeah.
they didn't bother to ask us if we wanted any. They didn't try to share it with us.
So we have now commandeered it.
Yeah, so you know what? This is what you get. It's what you get. This is to all of my tops and my straight ladies. who don't enjoy taking it in the behind.
I
But
mean,
because they
straight
always,
women be
always
lacking a
say-
little bit.
Yeah,
I know a lot of ladies.
I know she does.
You do?
I
Do
don't
you?
know. I don't know.
Do you?
I don't think she does.
I was
no.
about to be like, get it, girl. Now put it in his butt.
now that I would watch. But guys are always like, accidentally putting it in the wrong place.
I don't understand how you do that. You gotta force that shit in to accidentally get it in there.
Not always.
Well, for a woman like you, no.
Well, honey, let me tell you, nothing has been back there in so long that I had an interview to sharpen pencils. Like, I am so just clenched, sweetheart. Have you ever accidentally went in the wrong one?
No,
No.
because you don't accidentally do that shit. That's on purpose.
I don't know, because when you are, okay,
It is really not hard to tell the difference.
oh, she's had sex with a girl.
I still do. The fuck? Y'all, not y'all, but y'all knew that.
I didn't know that. But when the doggy style, right? Doggy style, they're bent over and say that you are really
No,
just...
because it's staring at you. It's
I
staring
know,
at you.
which is why a lot of people put their thumb on it so that it doesn't wink at them.
Yeah, I like that. That's a vibe.
But listen, when you're like, and you're like really going at it, and then you like it slides out and you shove it back in. I saw that in a porn once. This poor woman.
I think I might have seen the same video.
She was just getting railed, and then all of a sudden it like, because sometimes it like comes out and they shove it back in, but he like came out and he fucking went full force into the wrong hole. She screamed so loud, you would have thought she got shot. It was so funny. It was on like a bloopers reel.
Yeah.
I love porn.
Oh my god, have you ever
bloopers.
seen the porn where
Well, I finished Pornhub, so it's likely that I have.
there's this one where he's like face fucking this girl and she throws up like wasn't trying to throw up, like the hot kind of throw up, like throw up.
Not the hot. There is no hot throw up.
Yes, there is, but
It's hot when it comes out.
I'm not even gonna explain what it is right now. Let me finish. But then she throws up, and she, I guess, had eaten like Taco Bell or Del Taco before. Taco Bell again. We're back on it. And she just goes, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And it's just really funny. The video's funny. Hearing it doesn't sound that funny, but it's funny.
Oh, yeah. It feels like I'd be in stitches. Oh my god.
Thank you. Yeah. Throws up and immediately starts apologizing.
Have you seen the lemon stealing whores?
The what?
The what?
The lemon stealing whores.
The
The lemon stealing whores? Lemon?
Oh, lemon.
Steely whores. Can you elaborate?
It's this couple and they're in their backyard and they're looking around at their citrus tree and they're like, "That's so beautiful. We just love our lemon tree. I hope no lemon stealing whores come around." And then you see the chick creeping up on the tree wearing like a see-through like bathing suit cut garment and
This sounds a lot more innocent than we're talking about.
Yeah, I would say
Just some naked neighbor coming over to make some lemonade.
she looks away and they go, "We haven't looked at our lemon tree for 30 seconds. Let's check back and make sure there's no lemon stealing whores." Lemon stealing whore. And then they both fuck her.
Oh, this is a porn. Oh. I love when porn has like storylines because it's really.
I don't
really,
want a
really-
storyline. Don't talk. Don't give me a scenario.
No, but it's the best.
to it or
it's the
get out
best
of it.
comedy though. It's the best comedy because they can't act and they're trying to make it cute and it's hilarious.
Are we on a plane right now? Because you have gotten really close to me. Not that I don't want you, but I mean, you were over there, and now all of a sudden,
I'm closer to the food right here.
you are not closer to the food right there. Trust me, you're not. I felt very claustrophobic for a second. I thought you were trying to get back in the womb.
I'd fit, huh?
Well, no, not since.
Not
Anyways.
since the surgery.
Not since the tightening.
Ooh, the tightening.
The tightening. All right. We'll be back next with Norma Lee High and her Head Rush headlines.
Hanging with the Halstons, you know it's a show. Laughing and spinning, let the good times flow. Every story snatched, every tea is hot. In the glam zone, baby, give it all you got.
Hey guys, we're back and you're hanging with the Halstons. We have Norma Lee High.
What's up, Norma?
And she's going to give us some of her Head Rush headlines.
Yes.
What do you got for us, Norma?
So right now, as we sit here, the Grammys are happening in LA.
Let's go,
It started
Grammys.
with a tribute to the LA wildfire because there were all these people who said the Grammys should be canceled and instead become a fundraiser for the fire.
Which I think is sickening.
So they did incorporate it a little bit. Some hot headlines from the Grammys are that Doechii won Best Rap Album, making her the
Yes.
third female in history to ever win this.
Well,
The
I love
only
her
other
s-
two, and
I
she
love her
shouted
so
out
much.
the two that came before her. She thanked Cardi B and Lauryn Hill, and that's it. Like groundbreaking. Also groundbreaking tonight. Beyonce won Best Country
As
Album.
she should have,
For
bitch.
Cowboy Carter, yes. The Country Music Awards shut her out fully. They acted like the album never dropped, and the Grammys were like, not only did this album drop, but it was better than all of yours. So she got
And that's on par.
And Taylor Swift gave her the award. It was
That's so
fucking
sweet.
Teenage girls are gonna be beating off to this till we're done. Yeah. And then in shady gay news, you're
no.
either a Chaperone or a Sabrina Carpenter. It's very, one or the other. Brittany, Christina,
Yeah.
So
I would like to say that I
Her
am
or
a...
You're
Cyndi
a
Lauper,
Sabrina
that's
Carpenter.
my-
I'm a Sabrina Carpenter.
yeah, I would say you could look at us and be like, that girl's Sabrina Carpenter, this girl's Chaperone. Like,
And this one is Cyndi Lauper.
ah!
Ooh.
But so they were like back and forth. Who's gonna win what? Sabrina Carpenter won Best Pop Album of the Year, beating Chaperone. But then Chaperone beat her and became Best New Artist this year.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good
She
one.
won Best New Artist.
But
Good for her.
Chapo, I mean, is technically a newer artist than her anyway. Sabrina's been around for a while.
Yeah, but I mean,
She has.
Oh, yeah. She's been
Sabrina-
around for a long time.
Sabrina Carpenter had 2 hit singles, the Espresso and
Yeah.
maybe like Please, Please, Please.
Mhm.
Chaperone had 3 singles
Yeah.
off that album. So that's why I thought it
What
should
are the
have gone to
3?
her. What? How dare you?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not.
Red Wine
that wasn't
Supernova,
shady.
Good Luck Babe,
Okay.
and the other one. Hot to Go. Yeah, the one
Hot
with
to
the
go.
arms. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
go.
I don't know if I heard a song that I would know that it was them.
You do enough drag shows, everyone's
Yeah,
doing
you would have
Chaperone.
to. There's no way that you could not
Conda
know
has a
it.
Chaperone mix, Frida has a
I'm saying
Chaperone mix.
that I don't know that I could be like, oh, that's Chaperone or that's Sabrina Carpenter.
I mean, their
yeah,
voices are very, very specific. And
but I'm saying
iconic.
I don't know their music. I don't.
Oh.
I mean, they don't have specific voices. It's not like hearing Cher or Aretha
I think
Franklin.
so.
I mean,
Chapo's-
Chapo kind of does. But Sabrina Carpenter could be anybody. It could be you. It could be her. It could be me.
Okay.
That's
That's a little crazy.
Come on now.
She's very soft and twangy.
Oh, so more you.
Yeah.
Soft, and twangy. Yeah. Okay. What else?
The other, so, I live for my housewives. Some just like little housewives news. You know T.S. Madison.
Yes.
T.S. Madison is making a campaign right now. She wants to be the first trans housewife.
Oh my God, she would be so good on
Yeah,
it.
because she lives in Atlanta. She already hangs out with a lot of the housewives of Atlanta. And she's like, it's time that Bravo legitimizes trans women by giving them this platform next to all the cis
it's the
women.
perfect time to
and
do it.
This
put
is the
her in it.
perfect
Yeah,
time.
perfect. So, but rumor is, the shade of it all, Drag Race alumni Carmen Carrera from season 3, she has been filming The Real Housewives of Miami in a friend of role. So she's going to be on Bravo first. She's going to be the first
I do love Carmen though. I do
girl
love
in
her.
the housewives sphere.
I love her.
For the fans, which is crazy. Good for her.
I really hope that Bravo does do that with T.S. Madison because I think right now,
Well, yeah.
Maybe
girl.
we-
That's a way that
The
Trump can't
representation.
erase. Yeah, the government can't erase T.S. Madison on our screen every Sunday night.
Yeah.
with Phaedra and Portia and
with
all
like one of the
girls.
biggest
yeah.
TV shows of.
No.
and I'm also
time.
glad that T.S. Madison is a regular judge on Drag Race.
I love her
I think
insight.
she's great.
She's great. She hosts the reunions now. The reunions are like live on DragCon, and then they put them on WoW Plus. And T.S. Madison's the host. She's so good with it.
Let me tell you, T.S. Madison, when she first came to like the spotlight, it was all about, 22 inches and all that,
Yeah.
But she has become such a powerful, iconic voice for the trans and the gay community.
Yeah, and she always keeps it up
And
too.
she always keeps it upbeat. She keeps it positive, but she keeps it real.
Yeah.
She's
She
very
don't-
funny with being level-headed. She
Yeah.
doesn't lose herself in it.
Ever.
She's a great.
And she knows how
world
to shut
ambassador.
down a situation or a conversation in the best unapologetic way, but it comes off as professional.
Yeah, and
somehow.
she just all in all has a really good outlook, like
Yeah.
of life. If you watch her podcast with the Bald and the Beautiful, the way she talks about how she sees things,
Yeah.
it's just really cool. It's insightful.
But T.S. Madison, I love that she still has that, mentality of sisterhood, but also safety, and doesn't put herself or anybody else in a situation where not only is one trans person going to get hurt, but multiple people could get hurt. So I love that about her.
And while we're talking about trans people, it brings me back to tonight. Chapel Roan used the Grammys red carpet to talk about trans people in every interview. She was all night long thanking trans women, thanking drag queens, being like, we can't erase this from our culture. I'm only here because they were here first. They inspire me, like all this stuff. And it was like, wow, good for her for use the biggest night of her career, the biggest platform she has internationally to just speak on our community right now. Yeah. So, Sabrina Carpenter, what's she doing? I want to talk about, Veronica, are you too young for PeeWee Herman?
No, I know PeeWee.
How do you know PeeWee?
I
You know
used to- I
PeeWee
used
from
to
childhood,
watch.
or you know him from
my child?
nostalgia?
No, from my childhood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, you never know. She knows PeeWee. I didn't have to ask her.
I know.
She was there.
That's obvious.
Real quick before we get into that, did you know who wrote and sang Pee-wee's Playhouse, the theme song?
No, who?
No.
Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, yes. It all
It's
comes
Cin-
back to Cindy.
Just dating herself even more.
No, that's just news.
News of the back
That's
days.
the news of the day. The news of the day is that there is going to be a new documentary about PeeWee Herman. Paul Rubens gave like 40 hours of interview footage before he died, all about PeeWee. And it's the first time in his entire career he talked about being gay.
Really?
And he was like, it's the same story we hear from celebrities all the time. I was super open and out until I became famous, but understandably for him, he was a child star.
Yeah.
So in the late 80s, when AIDS was everywhere, it's like
At
he
its
could
peak.
not let those two worlds bleed together.
It would
so he
have
basically
ruined
like
his
cut
career.
his gay life out of himself to be PeeWee.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember this part? PeeWee Herman got busted at at like an adult movie theater, and so that was like his outing, and it
Florida.
was like it's like
Girl
how
of all
horrible for
places.
him. Yeah.
Florida.
But also, I'm like, I remember being young and being like, what? I was so scandalized, PeeWee. And now I'm like an older gay man. I was like, girl, the amount of places I could get busted. Please. Yeah, come on now. Come on.
Where do you go?
Listen, church, the retirement home where I volunteer, all the library where I read.
Sponge baths.
Church, church.
Goodbye.
A lot of people be doing that.
Honey, if that rosary's a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
And then the last thing I want to talk about was something, a little backstage tease. Yesterday we were on a show, and one of the performers was a Latin performer who hosts a Latin drag night, which is very popular in our community.
Yeah, especially
it's as big
here
as
in
a Broadway
here
night,
in California. It's crazy too. We be doing it everywhere.
in
every
the
city.
IE, in the Inland
In the
Empire.
Empire. Well, that's all you
Come
got.
on, you
out there,
can't throw.
baby.
I'm gonna tell you, you can't throw.
That's all you got. You got us
without
Latin
a
girls
Latin
for
night, yeah.
life.
It's like finding a brunch in Palm Springs. You'll find it. You'll find it. So she was saying that since the ice rate, so for those who aren't living in SoCal, all of a sudden our little gay haven of Southern California has become like a hotbed of ice raids.
The hotbed of ice raids.
And so, which makes sense. We're by the board, whatever. So it's a hotbed of ice raids, and this performer was saying that the Latin nights, the audience is scared to come out because that they're setting up places within 5 miles of the gay bar, 3 miles of the gay bar. And it's like,
Well, I mean, out here,
I mean, to you guys, it's closer.
It's everywhere now, though.
Yeah.
But like, they have people stopping. I mean, I don't know if y'all travel more towards
I don't leave
an
Palm
Empire,
Springs,
but like on our freeways, they're stopping people on the freeway, like doing checkpoints every car. You can't even like get around it anymore. They make it unavoidable. And they're going to elementary schools, high schools, like places that are not even, that's not even meant to happen. And like even Santee, some people have closed their stores because they don't want to. Yeah, it's
For
crazy.
those who don't know, Santee, there's in Los Angeles, there's the garment district and the fabric district, and Santee Alley is where you would go to get all of like the wholesale clothes and wholesale items and jewelry and fabrics.
Chinatown in New York City.
Chinatown,
yeah, very much Chinatown.
So
in
a
New York.
lot of the people have shut down their fabric stores and their clothing stores.
they're not opening
because
anymore.
They're afraid.
But it's horrible for the performers, these Latin performers who depend on the Latin nights.
Yeah.
It's one, you know, how many bookings you have a week where you're like, I know it this night, I know how much I make it this night, whatever. And now it's people aren't coming out because they're afraid.
And as one of the girls who could possibly be like undocumented, I would be afraid to just even go to do the show.
Yeah.
Like that would be scary. To me, that would be scary.
I thought that when before the election or before the inauguration, when they were talking about what they were going to do, I thought California was like, we're not going to allow that.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to be a sanctuary state.
Yeah. So
Still
why?
federal government, though.
Yeah, the federal government can literally like bypass anything.
State versus federal, yeah. That's how. No, that's how. That's how.
Oh, and then, girl, on the same topic, I have friends who are like so worried about this kind of stuff that like I had a friend call me this morning crying because they don't have a passport yet and they want the option to run away if we ever would have to. That's like so crazy to me. It rocked my day a little bit.
But you know what though? The post office and the transportation, whoever does the passports, they're so backed up with applications and renewals.
Well, yeah.
That they're like everything is like being pushed back. But also, I did watch this one TikTok. I should have posted up there. But she was saying even if your passport isn't expiring in the next like 2 years or 3 years, get it renewed now. Get it renewed again.
Just in case.
Just in case. Go get your driver's license renewed right now so it prolongs the expiration date. She was also saying make sure you print out every medication you're on. Make sure you print out every medical record you have available to you, because some doctors are erasing trans women or trans people's medical records.
For their safety or for the patient's safety?
Nope.
Because both are in danger.
That's very true.
What's happening is they are erasing them and then denying them care and their medication to be refilled. So when they go somewhere else and they say, I've been on estrogen for 7 years, and when the new doctor looks up, he's like, I have no record of you having any gender dysphoria because all of the recommendations from the psychologist are gone. So now this person has to go through 3 doctors and get recommendations and do all the process over again.
You can't. I don't think you can even do that again, can you?
No, you can do. You can't change like the marker on your birth certificate or passport now under the new administration. But I also saw. I mean, I saw this on Instagram. I didn't fact check it yet, so I might be
so allegedly
pushing out fake news here. But allegedly, the government websites.
No, that is true. That is
took
true.
out the T, so it's
yes,
just LGBT.
This actually did happen.
We lost our T sisters and brothers.
They did take the T out of LGBTQ.
Yeah, it's
now
just LGB.
On our government websites, it does just say LGB, and they also.
So they're trying to separate us from them because they're
them.
about to be the scapegoats, and they know that everyone has a gay sibling, a gay brother, a gay neighbor. That is going to be hard to totally make the enemy in this kind of society. But not everyone has a trans neighbor or sibling.
I mean, there's so
daughter.
much.
So that they're breaking.
It's so
us
unknown
up
to a
from
lot of
them
people
so
still,
that
which
they
is
can,
why it's so scary. On that topic, with
we sit here all dressed as
I
ladies,
know.
and we're breaking
I
it
know.
all up. But yeah.
On that same topic, the same website has now banned. This is like, it's like the defense website, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they have now banned anything that acknowledges Black History Month, Women's History Month, Pride, Holocaust Remembrance Day, Juneteenth. Say the last one.
God, I can't read your writing.
Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, Martin Luther King Day. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. I firmly believe that this is their way of eradicating everybody that's not them. I do. They're going to dismantle HIV care,
Yeah.
and it's just
What's
Crazy.
The
What-
poor Gen Z, they've never lived through anything like this. Like millennials, even we grew up in the Will and Grace era, real world Will and Grace. We were mainstream already. Gen X, you, and the Boomers, you all lived through a hatred that the two other generations that are now adults have not.
Yeah.
And it's about to be an eye-opening time for the millennials and Gen Z to be like,
Shocking.
what the
It's
hell?
shocking.
Like,
But here's the difference, and everybody keeps saying that we got through it before, we can get through it again, and I firmly believe that's true. But we never had the government as corrupt then as we do now.
And so strong
Not
in their
even in her
favor.
Nancy Reagan read.
We never have had so many bootlickers for one person for no reason in history. So it's more scary now than it was then. I mean, because here's the thing. Then it was a disease killing our community that we didn't know about. But now it's our government who is intentionally killing the community by not providing the care.
Yes.
And so it's not the fact that we don't know what it is, so we don't know how to do it, or we don't know whatever. Now it's, we don't want you to have the medication you have because we want you to die.
Yeah.
And that is the statement that they are saying. And
It
that is
is.
exactly what's being said.
So what do you do in this time where it feels like such doom and gloom? So many people are deleting social media and all that. What do you do to find joy for yourself? How do you turn it off? What do you do to like?
I go eat.
Do you go eat your one plate of food and you're like, that's it. I feel joyful.
Not even a plate. She eats a bite.
You know what? Here's the thing.
What do you do?
I think that is why I've been in such a really weird mood the last few weeks.
It is.
Because I am scared for my trans friends because I can leave, but they're stuck here, some of them. I can go somewhere else and live in another country, but some of them can't. Some of them don't have the option to do that. I'm scared for my nieces who are still not even 18 yet, because I'm thinking to myself, what is happening to you? What is going to happen to you? And the thing is, I, even as a white male, will not be able to protect them. And I don't know how to process that anymore. And I used to know how to process things, but things are just so overwhelming, and I'm so terrified and angry that I don't know how to process things.
I do think there has been a change in our queer spaces, though. Do you feel like since the inauguration, when you're here, when you're in a show, when you're doing the whole thing, there's so much queer joy in the moment that you really do feel and appreciate in a way that maybe you took for granted during other times.
You know what? I've made it a point the past few weeks, past couple months, that at every show that I do, I talk about we have to protect each other. We have to look out for one another. We have to actually get each other's backs. It doesn't matter if you are gay, straight, male, female, bi, lesbian, queer, brown, black, yellow, chartreuse. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But the only way we're going to survive is if all of us are talking for and up all of us. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be vocal about women's rights, even though they don't affect me. I have to be vocal about trans rights, even though that doesn't affect me. I have to talk about it. I have to post about it. I have to, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, like there's a quote at the end of the Holocaust Museum that says, "I didn't speak up when this happened. I didn't speak up when this happened. I didn't speak when this happened." So when they came for me, there was no one left to stand up for me.
Yeah.
You have to think about that, and you have to be upfront, and you have to be loud and obnoxious. You have to be a bachelorette party every single day.
Yes.
You have to.
You do. You have to.
That
you
quote,
have to.
That quote is actually circulating again through
And
social
it
media.
needs to. It should have been
'Cause
circulating months ago.
That's what they always say. History repeats itself.
Yeah.
And the things that are happening right now have happened before,
Yeah.
and then it was right before the Holocaust.
But
so that's why it's like crazy.
here's the thing. The world is so scared for the United States that there are protests in Germany. There are, I have a video that we're going to show right now in Italy. They constructed this, and this was it was in a parade in Italy or something like that. It could be AI. I don't really know.
Wow.
It could be completely fake. Yeah. But this is an absolute representation of what the world thinks about United States right now.
Oh, wow.
The Statue of Liberty in a jumpsuit and chains. This is in
That's
Italy.
beautiful.
And a muzzle. No, not a muzzle, but she's crying. Even if this is AI and not real, this is the way the world is looking at United States and supporting those of us that they are trying to silence. Yeah. And that is very heartwarming. But here's the thing. When he pulls out of NATO, because he's going to, and when he pulls out of NATO, and then we get infiltrate. What is it when they
isolated?
No, when another
invaded.
When we get invaded by his friends in China or Russia, no one will be able to come and help us.
Well, they don't. I mean, at some point they won't want to. I mean, he's doing with the tariffs thing. He's attacking every single country.
Did you hear that China banned all precious metals from coming to the United States?
No, I saw Justin Trudeau gave a passionate speech, being like, "You can work with us or against us, but it's better to work together."
I know, the president of Mexico has
Yeah.
I think double or triple the tariffs on the U.S.
Yeah. So is Canada.
crazy.
And then on the same thing that I was reading, all of these tariffs being added, we're also invading Peru right now.
We are?
Peru?
Peru or Panama?
What Peru do?
Or Panama?
Oh, Panama. Well, we're trying to get the thing back. He
Why?
wants the Suez Canal, right? Is that it? The Panama Canal, yeah.
Why?
For fun. It's the same reason he wants Iceland and all that, yeah.
Did you hear that?
North America.
The
Who
U.S.
was
is killing
it?
people for no reason.
Who was it in Greenland who did a press conference and said, Greenland is not for sale.
Is the
You
Prime
are not
Minister?
welcome here. You whatever. And he literally said, so, President Trump, fuck you. Oh, yeah, it's great. It was a great press conference. From I think he was the president of Greenland or whoever he was. I don't really know. But it was great. Yeah. All right.
We went so darn, yeah. We were so down.
Oh, my gosh.
How do we go up?
How do we go up? I mean, I only know how to go down.
I don't know. Personally speaking, just somebody who is I guess of the generation that I am, I can say I'm having a hard time going up.
Yeah.
That I've never been like that in my life.
We never had a hard time going down.
Well, on a good day, baby.
Honey, when they go low, she says how much?
She said, "Where are the cameras so I can avoid them?"
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, all right. Well, we'll be right back with our very special guest, Jazmyn Simone.
Yes.
Hanging with the Halstons, you
We'll try.
Hey guys, we're back with Hanging With The Halstons, and we have a very special guest, someone who I've known for 20 years. Yes, yes.
20.
The one and the only Miss Jazmyn Simone. Yeah. The current reigning Miss Southern California Continental.
Yes.
Yes. Now, now you've been doing shows for how long?
20 years.
20 years. Okay. Yeah, because I met you when you were just like a baby boy.
You met me when I was, I think, 20. Yeah, like 20, 19 or 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was at VIP in Riverside, and like you became friends with a lot of the entertainers, and then you started doing drag. Like, how did you and why did you get started in this?
Well, getting started in drag was like a favor for Shay Shay Echelon. You remember Shay Shay Echelon?
I remember Shay Shay.
Yes, honey. So she had asked me one day, like, I become friends with a lot of the girls, and she had asked me one day, like, I'm working at, you remember Arena in West Hollywood? Y'all remember Arena in West Hollywood? She was performing there for the first time, and she had called me that morning and was like, I want you to come paint it. And I was like, girl, I ain't never done that before. She was like, oh, well, I have somebody that's going to paint your face. Nomi Malone. You know all the girls. So I went and got painted that night and was like, oh, I'm actually kind of cute. Okay.
She pretty.
I said, oh, okay, I might actually be able to do this then. And then, like, after that, like, I just hit the pavement running after that. It became fun for me. It became something where I was like, oh, I'm actually really good at this. And then it became, like, with you, like, oh, I'm actually recognized for being good at this. And then, it always takes, like, your family you always have to gauge that shit, but they loved it. So I was just like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is the road I'm going down.
No, but your family, like, you come from a line of entertainment and entertainers, don't you?
I do.
Like,
Well, my dad was a Michael Jackson impersonator in, like, the 80s and 90s. Like, he was,
I love it.
Amazing.
he was flown all over the world and stuff, but he was young, he started having children, so he had to put his dreams on hold to raise all of us. And when I did tell him that I was doing drag, and the first performance he saw was me doing Janet Jackson, he cried and was like, ugh. In my mind, I'm like, oh my God, he's just happy that one of his kids took on what he was doing already, that he had to put on pause. And even like to this day, like our biggest argument was like, you wear too much makeup. And I'm like, that's the biggest argument I have with my dad. I'm good. I'm good.
Now, I think one of the most special moments that I was able to witness was when you and your dad did a duet.
Oh, I didn't know this was a thing.
He did Michael while you did Janet. You guys,
Yes,
you
we
did Scream.
did Scream, yes. We did Scream at home in my living room during COVID, where everything was shut down, but I turned my living room into like a dance studio, and like, we had to figure out what we could do during COVID, and I was just like, you know what? I want to start making music videos. So I bought like a big like green screen sheet and put it all over my living room so I could make music videos, and that's what I did. And I was like, you know what, Dad, come over, like let's just do this. And he came over and we made it. It's on YouTube if you ever want to see it, but it was fun.
I love that.
Well, I'll post a link to it because
Link in the
it's
comments.
so much fun.
Yeah.
What now? You've been performing for a long time now, 20 years, and you've been able to host your own shows and host your own events. Like, at what point were you like, I've made it? This is, or have you not gotten there yet? Like,
no, I'm there now. I'm there now. I think when it actually let me know that I made it is when I had to quit my day job because they weren't trying to work with my drag schedule. And I was making way more money doing what I love to do and sitting there like listening to somebody else tell me what to do every day, and you're like 7 years younger than me. It just didn't work for me anymore. And I was like, you know what? I was at that point where it's time to make a decision. Like, are we gonna go full force with this, or are we gonna like go, back and forth? So I just decided like I'm just gonna quit. And maybe like a year after that is when I kind of felt like, oh, okay, this is I've made it. I've made it. Drag Race didn't. I would have loved to have been on Drag Race, but just like the local and being like the community queen was a lot more fulfilling for me. Like it's been really fun.
Well, because and that just goes to show that you don't have to get on Drag Race to be somebody who is an excellence in the community in shows. And so you were given the name, or you come up with the name of the People's Queen. How did that happen?
That happened like there was a pageant out here. It was a fundraiser for the Desert Age Project called Queen of the Desert. It was the very second one. Toucans had offered to sponsor me. I didn't even know really what it was, but they offered to sponsor me, and I went there and I won fan favorite, I won judge's choice, and I won the crown.
Okay.
And people, some girls that lived in Palm Springs were not very happy because they was like, she doesn't live out here, but nothing in the rules said you had to live in Palm Springs. You just had to work out here. And I was talking about it with Delta Work one night, and told me, she was like, well, girl, you didn't do that. Like, the people chose you. Like, you're the people's queen. And I looked at her like, I think I'm gonna start calling myself that. And she was like, please do. So ever since like 2015, I've just been calling myself the people's queen. And that's literally how people really like talk to me nowadays. They were like, the people's queen.
The People's Queen.
Yeah, but it literally came from Delta Work. She just said it one night and I was like, oh, I'm finna run with this.
So Queen of the Desert, I also competed for that 2 years after.
Uh-huh.
And I also won all the
categories. I was there. I was there that night, honey, and I watched her and I said, okay.
I wish they would bring it back. I've only
She
seen
gonna win.
videos of it.
I'm working
but
on
it
it.
seemed like it was so cool. What? Wait, what?
It was fun.
Working on it.
You're working on bringing it back?
Yep. I'm in talks right now with DAP to bring it back.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It was good because it was a fundraiser, so it was good to just we went up there to entertain and also raise money for the Desert Age Project.
But listen,
and I raised like $30,000 just by myself.
and
love
there
that.
was, and you got nothing for winning, but
Nothing
the crown.
but the crown, and just to be like, bitch, I won.
bragging
Yeah,
rights.
which is enough.
Bragging rights. Yeah. And you got to be in a convertible during Pride.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's
Getting
great being in a
sunburned.
convertible at Pride and the sun's beaming on your face. That's
Yes.
awesome. It was so fun.
Yeah. But I love Pride parades. Oh my gosh. What would you say is the number that represents Jazmyn Simone? What number have you done that is like, this is an iconic Jazmyn Simone?
It would be Janet Jackson, "R for You."
Why that one?
Well, one, I mean, I've been obsessed with Janet Jackson since I was like 10 years old. But like that "All for You" song I was like, coming into my gayness in high school, and it was literally just one song that I could not get over. So when I started doing drag, I was like, I have to do this, but I have to do it correctly. And when I did it, now, 20 years later, people still see me and they'll be like, are you doing Janet Jackson today? Are you doing "All for You"? So that's something that, it always sticks with me, and I'm good at it, so. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good at it.
What so you have a brunch that you host in
Ontario, at Hamburger Mary's, Ontario, every Saturday.
Okay.
Well, every Saturday, but I also do a brunch out here on a Saturday at Saguaro with Jazz and Masters.
Yes.
So I just rotate myself, so at least I'm always working.
Baby.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Baby.
As she
I
should.
host a dinner show at Hamburger Mary's at 8 p.m. and then once that's done, I drive to Riverside at VIP and do.
This
their
is all in one
10:30.
day.
This is all in one day.
This is all in one day.
Yeah, I host 3 shows every Saturday, and it's
a blessed day.
it's a blessing.
It's a blessed day.
I'm just gonna say it's a blessing. I woke up today like I gotta paint my face again tonight, don't I? I do.
Oh, I know, because you usually get Sundays off,
I
which is
do.
nice.
I do.
Oh.
But once I knew they were doing this, I said, I like to talk. I love to talk, so let me know when I could come.
I live. My question for you is, if there's something in the community you would like to change, what would it be?
If there's something in the community I would like to change, what would it be? Gosh, I don't know. I mind my business so much.
I know, you really do.
I
You
really do. I mind
You
my
really
business
do.
so much. Just don't I just always say like, just don't play with me.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know why I asked you that
You
question.
know, but
I
like,
already knew that.
I really do. Like, I mind my business so much, but if I could change anything, it would be, I would want people to really enjoy drag shows more. Or, because you get a lot of people that just like, they just like stare. And they like, and I tell them when I'm on the microphone, I'm like, you paid your money to come here. Why are you not having a good time, girl? It's
Yeah.
okay to smile at the drag queen that's performing in front of you. It's okay to have a good time. We're not at the library. You can scream and shout. That's what we want. Like, we want to bring joy and excitement.
Yeah, when they deadpan, it makes it real hard to perform.
Yeah.
Because then it feels like you're working to perform.
Yeah, and I'm like, baby, I'm good at my job. Like, the fact that you're not having fun is not my fault. So I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna go to the girl that's smiling at me, or to the man over here that's smiling at me, and I'm gonna leave you alone. And then when the show is done, they come up and say, "Oh my God, you did so great." Well, I couldn't tell, girl.
Yeah.
You were staring at me like I was a ghost or something. Excuse me.
How do you think drag has changed from when you started to now? Because I know my experience is like, I mean, it's
Ooh,
night
yeah.
and
Is there
day.
anything that the new girls do that you don't
I got
particularly like?
stuck in the middle, like, cause I came out like maybe like a year or two before Drag Race, and as Drag Race progressed, you started to see all these other like, you know, younger queens do what they see on Drag Race. Like, I never had Drag Race as a reference. I had Vanity, I had Raven, I had
You had legends.
Morgan, Mayhem, Delta, like Chad Michaels. I watched them as I was coming up. So when that Drag Race thing started to change, everybody was like, well, why don't you do that? Because, girl, I didn't learn from Drag Race. I learned from legends and quintessential performers. Like, I did not, like, when I watch Drag Race now, I'm like, this is RuPaul's School for Girls. Like, this is not like this. It used to be the Olympics of drag. Now they're teaching these girls as they're going along. And I'm just like, I learned from watching, actually being in the room with queens now that are icons and legends and have traveled the world. Like, that's how I learned how to do it. I didn't have YouTube to tell me how to paint my face. My face was trial and error, and there were many errors. Okay, until I found this mug right here. Okay.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, you had to just go.
You had to wing it.
And wing it, and at the end of the night, hope for the best.
And hope for the best. And
Yeah.
if you lost, and also like now, especially with like a lot of competitions that go on now, because I judge a lot of competitions now. When I was competing, we didn't have a panel of people telling us what we could fix and how to do better the next time. You just lost.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you figure it out the next time. But now, like, I enjoy being that one to, like, because I've judged you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I love being the one just to give them some advice, some criticism. Now, I talk a little shady too, but they all know it comes from love. Because, you know, we still got to make it exciting.
But it helps. The
And it
shadiness
helps, yeah.
because then
if you like try to like talk like calm, I'm a shit talker. So I would sit there and be like, now, girl, you know you didn't know those words.
But it's the honesty that really makes it.
I need you just to learn the words, because, you know, you could be an amazing performer, but if you don't know the words, the performance falls flat for me. Especially if it's a song that I know. Because I'm sitting there looking you dead in your face and lip syncing it right to you, and you're not doing the same thing that I'm doing. So I know that it was wrong. And then they sit back and be like, yeah, I didn't know those words. That's our job. Like, at the very least, learn the words.
And you'd be surprised at how many girls never learn the words.
Never. I'm not surprised about it at all, to be honest. It's not surprising to
Especially
me
at the
now.
competitions when they know that they have to lip sync.
Uh-huh.
Girl, and they're just up there like,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, if you know if you were given the song, why did you not take the time to learn it? Why would you not take the time to make yourself look better?
I did a competition at Toucans before I did Queen of the Desert, and Tommy Rose would pick our songs for us, and there were times where I had to learn 3 songs in 1 week.
oh, that's crazy.
Like, I would have to learn the song she chose, the group number to open in, and the lip sync song. So when I judge the girls, I'm like, baby, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
And I would tell them all the time, like, look, if you want to learn it, play it all day, every day. And if your friends say, I don't want to hear this again, okay, then we can't hang out today. because I'm on a mission.
Yeah, it's
I
that
have a
simple.
goal to accomplish, and I've accomplished all of them because of that. Like, I will listen to it all day long if I
Yeah.
have to.
But I mean, that's the thing though, because like it's all about illusion. What we do is illusion. So I feel like if you're doing like the slow song, I want you to breathe when I could hear the person singing breathe.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is something that not a lot of girls know now, and it is mostly because I feel like they don't know how
They
to
don't
sing.
care.
They don't sing, and they don't care. But I feel like there are some girls that might want to know to do that, but they don't know how because
Yeah.
they have no knowledge of it. Like I only knew of that stuff because I sang. I was a singer previously.
Yeah.
So like I knew like
Well,
like you're gonna take a breath.
I've always given the advice of when you're learning a new song and you want to see how you look in a mirror and sing the song.
I know, but I feel like when we say that, the girls think we're bullshitting.
No,
Of course they do.
I literally did it today when I got out of the shower.
I perform in the mirror
I was
all
like,
the time. I
Yeah.
danced in high school too, so we had to
Yeah, well, you
dance in front
practice,
of a
you
mirror
practice.
so you could see yourself, so you
'Cause if
know
you-
that you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Is my mouth believable? Is my throat believable?
Oh,
Is
baby,
it
that
like,
throat believable any day.
Okay. Hey.
but that's the thing though. Like, if you want to portray a certain emotion, even in a dance song, or a high energy number, like the neck muscles. When do you tighten those? When do you relax
Yeah.
them?
Like,
and those are
when
all
I
those
lip
things.
sync, I'm actually like singing. Like, hopefully the music is loud enough where nobody really hears me. But most of the time I'm actually like really singing because, I mean, I grew up with watching Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Tina Marie, Celine Dion,
Vocalists.
vocalists, Patti LaBelle. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up very like soulful, emotional.
Which I
like-
guess nowadays we don't really
music is
have
not-
any
yeah.
vocalists, so people don't even think of singing that way because the girls
what
are
would
always
Sabrina
lip syncing.
Carpenter think of you saying that?
She is a soft singer. She doesn't really.
But she's
do
a
anything.
great singer too. But she is a very soft.
Like when she
singer.
sings, there's nothing really happening here. You can't see that
like
she's
the
singing.
Christina Aguilera's. And
There's no
like,
riffing. It's like
I would love to say Britney Spears, but she was never a vocalist.
Yeah,
She
unfortunately.
was a dancer.
But you can actually sing, and like you do sing, don't
Do
you?
I? Do I?
yeah, she
does.
does.
I sing backstage when I'm having fun with the girls.
But
I don't really get on the microphone
she's
and
being,
sing.
She's being
I've done a
humble
couple
right now, but
karaokes.
she knows how to hit her notes.
I've done
She
a
can
couple
keep a tune.
karaoke's, but like it's one thing with me is I've had to learn to like enjoy hearing my voice just as I talk. And that took me a really long time because hey, as a kid, I mean, clearly you can hear my voice now. You can imagine what I sounded like at 14, 15. And I would answer the phone. They'd be like, "Hello, ma'am," and I'd be like,
They still do that to me, and I'm like, baby, I sound-
today too. But I think nowadays they kind of the gayness has really come around. So they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'm not gonna call her ma'am or sir."
I was
I'm
like,
just gonna
how
say,
you calling
okay.
me ma'am? I sound like Dizzy Gillespie.
You just sound like a woman who's been smoking 5 packs a day.
Smoking meat.
Okay.
Smoking meat. Okay. Oh my God.
Anyway.
I feel like most people do really hate the sound of their voice, though. I could say I was like that at one point too. I really didn't like hearing any recordings
Yeah.
of myself.
I love it now. Like
Yeah,
I
it
love.
is.
Oh my gosh, I love to talk now. Like I love it. But singing is a little bit different for me because
Well, singing is very vulnerable, especially in
Yes.
drag. So this one right
Do
here.
you think it is vulnerable?
yeah,
I don't
now,
think so.
Now, real quick, yes, I do think it's very vulnerable. First of all, I come here and I was brought in to like sing, in drag live, and I brought this one with me, and she was like, "I really don't like to sing live in drag because the voice doesn't match the whatever."
Well, I
'Cause
could-
'cause
I could explain why,
She's like a
but-
she's like a Barry White voice. She's very.
Okay. Yes, but there's a reason why.
Yeah, I know.
I told you why,
'cause
right?
you were told
'Cause I was
not
told
to.
that. I was told not to from a local drag competition.
But I do think singing live, especially in drag, when you don't have a female voice, is very vulnerable because you are opening yourself up to more criticism. But and singing is very vulnerable to me, anyways, because am I gonna hit the right note? Normally not. Am I, Am I going to be on key? Normally not. Am I on the right tempo? Is the melody correct? Usually not. I'll make up my own things. You know what I mean? So there is, I think, a little bit of vulnerability, and plus you're showing them something that they don't get to see, not only in you, but they don't get to see a lot of drag queens singing live anyways.
Yeah, anymore. It's not really that popular as it used to be.
Yeah.
So we should get her into singing. Not right now, but like
I was gonna
like
say.
no.
Yeah.
Like get her in to the bar to do one of our live shows.
Maybe we can bring her in for like a national anthem.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I'll make sure to come in my Whitney's best.
Okay.
Yeah, because what is it? Super Bowl is what, next weekend?
Oh yeah,
Is
it is on Sunday. Yeah.
Next weekend?
Super Bowl's next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Who's in it? Oh, okay.
Lakers.
I think it's oh, I thought y'all meant who's
Where?
the halftime show. I was gonna say it's Kendrick Lamar performing
Something
for
and
the halftime
Eagles.
show. I think.
Chiefs
and Eagles.
So they finna win another one.
Who? The
You
Eagles?
see how powerful Taylor Swift is.
Because
Yeah.
the Kansas City Chiefs is Taylor Swift's.
She is so powerful.
She is like.
She wasn't powerful enough in November.
Look.
She tried. She tried.
We have questions from the audience.
Okay.
Either from your dad or another queen when you were coming up, what was the best piece of advice you got when you were starting your career?
Oh, that's a good question.
It was from Jazmyn Masters. I was like, not necessarily complaining, but like wanting to be like, oh my gosh, like I want to be a part of this show. I want to be a dream girl. I want to be a part of this show or that show. And she looked at me and she said, let me tell you something. If you want to be in that show, but if you don't get in that show, create your own lane.
Baby.
Create your own lane and do for you. And one day you might get in it, but right now focus on making a lane for yourself, so that way you won't even have to even beg for that kind of stuff. And that's what I did. Like I made my own lane, and then eventually I became a dream girl. It was maybe like 10, 15 years later, but I still became a dream girl. So that was the best advice she gave me. It's like, make your own lane, like work for you. Don't try and go and work for somebody else. Like run your own shows. Find a show that you can do and make successful for yourself. So that way people are now wanting to be in your show. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I've done all these years now. It's like I've tried to just make my own lane and create a space where now I can book and help these other younger queens fulfill their passion and their dream as best as I can. Like that was the best advice I could have gotten.
It's funny when like you're talking to somebody who like is trying to get to know you a little better, not in a sexual way or anything, just as friends, and
I mean, I don't mind the other one.
She's a.
But I didn't even know why I said that. But
Somebody try to get to know me sexually. God, Jesus.
but it's because like I have so much coming down the pike in the future. I'm starting my own theater company. I'm the entertainment director here. I have my own T-shirt company. I have my own businesses.
She's got a list of
money coming from all over the place.
Well, I wish
Yeah.
it was.
Oh.
I'm still eating macaroni and cheese.
She's building her foundation.
But it's I've always been in the mindset of, if I want it, I gotta make it happen. I can't wait for somebody to happen,
Or wait for somebody to give it to you.
Yeah. So
so that they could say, I gave it to you.
100%.
No, baby.
No, baby. I did this.
I earned it.
Yeah, I did
worked
this.
for it.
Like when we did 6. That's one of the most iconic moments for me, because I was like, baby, I made those costumes. I had taught them that choreography. I got these 6 drag queens together, and we as a team did an amazing fucking production that nobody else is doing.
And it was.
And she didn't ask me to be a part of it, but
To be fair, it was 5 very difficult drag queens.
Okay. Look, I'm glad you said it, because I know all of them.
Including
you.
Including me, yes.
Yeah, because she was notorious for not showing up to rehearsals, and she lived at the
Lived
house.
at the house they were rehearsing at.
We rehearsed in her kitchen, and she still didn't show up.
Yeah, I'm a busy girl. I got things to do.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. You should have the mic for this. Hold on, because they can't hear you.
They can hear her.
Not on the camera.
I should probably plug in the other microphone for this type of moment.
As a follow-up, real quick, and then as a performer of 20 plus years, what do you want new queens to know beyond making your own lane? Like, what do you, being a judge, seeing so many people, what do you see?
Honestly, just make sure that this is something that you really want to do, because and have fun doing. Because if it's something you really want to do, you're gonna have fun doing it. It doesn't feel like work. I've been doing this for 20 years, and it still does not feel like work. I get excited. Of course, we're all exhausted sometimes, but you know, have fun doing it. And also, if you sign up for a competition and you know you're gonna be critiqued, take the critique the way that they say it. Don't take it completely to heart and get upset, because we're not sitting here like trying to destroy you. We're just trying to tell you how to have more fun and really enjoy this, because you see a lot of girls in their head, and you can see it, and they may not see it themselves, but you can see when a girl is in her head. And I'll be like, girl, just have fun. This is supposed to be fun for us. Like, it's not supposed to be dramatic and angry and sad and stuff. And we all have our moments. Sometimes when you drink too much, you have your moments. But if you are a clear-headed person, like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna. Who y'all pointing at?
Vanity.
Oh, I mean, no. Look,
I don't have to drink to have my moment.
I'm saying that because I was that girl back then. When I would lose, I would flip the out. Excuse me. I would flip out, and but then I'd be like, well, these girls don't really care about me that much, so why do they care if I'm upset? Like, I'm just upset myself. So I had to learn to just really enjoy it, and if I did get some kind of critique from someone, I took it and I was like, okay, I can see that, so let me go ahead and change it. But a lot of girls take this so personally, and they're like, well, I did amazing. Well, you did great, but I still feel like you should do this, because clearly you didn't win tonight. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just being real.
Well, like in my contest, the Drag Star Challenge, I say it's not my job to tell you. It's not my job to tell you what you did wrong, because your art and your interpretation is your art and your interpretation. But my experience gives me the knowledge to let you know what would make it more profitable, more readable, more relatable, and more bookable.
And there's also girls that, like, when there's a certain theme that comes up where they're like, I don't really do themes, but they do a theme and they do good at it. And I would be like, girl, I've never seen you do this, but you need to do this again and again and again, and elevate it every single time that you do it. Make it better,
especially
and
if you
better
try to make
and
it
better.
a career.
I have this one number. I did it so randomly. It was the Muses from Hercules. It was a Disney night, like 16 years ago, and I just threw it together. I cut up a sheet, I made a top, I made a skirt, and to this day, I still do that number for Disney numbers, and the performance is elevated. The costume is elevated, and it's one thing that people know. In a Disney show, Jazmyn's gonna do this, and she's gonna do it fucking well.
You know, it's funny because there's a lot of people who are starting, they're like, I don't have the money to do this. I don't have the money to do that. Honey, it doesn't have to be expensive.
Neither did we.
I'll tell you what, neither did we. I mean, Goodwill right here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And you can find a lot of good stuff at Goodwill, honey.
You could have let me say it myself.
Well, if you wouldn't have interrupted me, I would have given you a compliment after that. I was going to say Goodwill, but it looks amazing.
You
though.
make
It's
it
fucking
work.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you make it work.
My whole drag career when I started, I know I still am a Goodwill queen, but like I started only
are a
doing
Goodwill
Goodwill,
queen.
Noticeable Goodwill. But now I just have the good eye for it.
But the thing is, it's like it doesn't matter how much money you have. You can make something out of nothing, and you know what? You know what? It might be busted right now, but the next time you do it, you're gonna make it just a little bit better. And then when you do it again after that, you're gonna make that even just a little better. It's all about evolving.
it's about growth. For
Growth,
real.
yeah.
Especially in this.
And also
career.
knowing what you're good at, because what I see now is like a lot of folks, they, because a song is popular, they do it when it's not really
If a
something that
move
they
is
would
popular,
ever really
they do it.
And I'm like, they be like, well, why don't you do this song, girl? Because that's not what I do.
Well, because everybody right now,
Like,
I think
could do it, and then I would probably ruin y'all's dream.
Okay, bitch.
So I let y'all do it, but I
Okay.
could do it, but it's not like my vibe. Like that song is probably not. I might like to listen to it, but to perform it, no, baby, I'm okay.
That's because a lot of
Like,
queens think that like what they see on Drag Race is like the cookie cutter of what a queen should be, when in actuality it's just one person's taste in drag. I don't think people realize it's that RuPaul's Drag Race is RuPaul's taste in what a drag queen should be. There's still so many other ways that you can be. It's just one person's perspective.
Yeah, because
It's
I
not
mean,
even her perspective,
what
it's
they
Well, now
love-
it now it's the producer's
what they
perspective,
love
but-
what they love on Drag Race is not probably particularly what they love for a pageant.
Oh,
Or,
yeah,
like
well.
you know what I'm saying, and I've learned all that.
And each
The
pageant wants
the-
something different.
A pageant is you need to be on point
On
with
point
a pageant.
and
I've
and
done
a
2
woman.
nationals for Continental, and I was just excited to be amongst those type of entertainers and those type
it's
of
a whole
queens.
nother-
Like,
it's
it's
a
a
whole nother
whole
breed.
other world up there, and it taught me a lot. Like to, you know what? Maybe I should put a little more stones on this outfit.
Okay.
You know, let me not just buy a dress and just throw it on. Maybe I should like embellish it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I learned a lot like being in Continental, because I was amongst, I mean,
Legends.
legends like that I would watch on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm literally sitting next to you, and I'm gagged. I'm like,
Because they're gaggy, girl. Those girls are
I'm
crazy.
like, I'm sitting right next to you, girl. Like, I used to watch every fucking thing that you did. And they'd be like, oh my God, thank you. And I'm like, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose. Because I know when I'm gonna lose. Like, I know it. I'm not, I live in the real world. I'm not that delusional. I mean, as drag queens, we all have some kind of delusion, but I'm not that delusional. Like, I would sit back and be like, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board before I go back here.
girl. I'm shaking.
ready.
I'm shaking in my boots.
Does
Get
anybody
ready.
else have a question they want to ask Jazmyn?
Anybody?
We're good, Norma? No, okay.
Good.
She's the Oh my God, Jazmyn, thank you so much for
Yes.
being
Thank
with us
you.
tonight. And I know it was a
Um,
drive on your night off.
Where can
It was
the
what?
people find you?
Like, what do you mean?
On
Like,
socials.
Oh,
Where's your-
on social media? I'm
And
like,
your
where you can
shows.
find me, honey.
Let them know where they can find you.
Let
Anywhere.
me tell you. You can find me on social media. Instagram is Da People's Queen, DA People's Queen. Facebook is Jazmyn Simone Echelon. That's really all I use, honey. I don't really use nothing else. I'm not on TikTok. I
Okay.
don't do none of that. I stick to Instagram and Facebook.
What's your grinder handle? I'm kidding.
Oh no, it's this actually. It's this, and I
She
think it
said,
says. I think it
"Is
says
this?"
yo.
Oh. Yo.
Yeah. There's no picture because
Cause she a lady.
You,
clearly,
baby, you got to keep it private.
yeah. And then I also
You
know,
really do,
like,
because then if you're
once
ever
you
in
send a
fucking
picture and they block you, I'm like, oh baby, you knew who I was. So
Right.
Never mind. It's okay.
girl, and if you
It's
if
a
you have your
struggle.
face, it leads you to have girls who are competing and you're a judge.
And message you on Grindr like,
read
hey,
you.
Jazmyn.
No, girl,
baby, that's not
they-
what this is
they
for.
use it to read me. Remember when we did the roast for the last one, and one of the girls was like reading me down during the roast because she saw me on Grindr. She called me. I'm not gonna say what it was, but she was making a reference to a pig, and then she brought me up
Oh, okay.
because I'm always.
Oh, I do remember that.
You're
Well,
like
I
crazy.
mean-
and now I can't look at her anymore. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's
Who
seen me.
was it?
Alexis. And she can read down too.
She can.
So I stay in my lane with her because she know
Oh,
she
but
know me
she
too
actually can.
well.
Now, when she referred to you as a pig, was she correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But see, that's why I don't have my picture on there.
Yes.
because,
It's smart. It's smart.
You know,
Oh, baby, I don't even have Grinder.
it'd be
I
real.
haven't
well,
had
you know,
Grindr in years.
I didn't, but you know,
yeah.
certain circumstances have changed, honey. So
Oh,
here I am.
Oh.
because she's single. She's single. She's ready to mingle. She has her own job and her own car.
And my own house.
Hey.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jazmyn Simone, for being here. Thank you so much for joining us
y'all.
and hanging with the Halstons. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hanging with the Halstons, you know it's a show. Laughing
Thank you
and
guys so
spilling,
much
the
for
good
being here with
times
us
flow.
tonight.
Every story snatched, every tea is hot. In the the glam zone, baby, give it all you got. Echoes in the club, microphone to the soul. We ain't just talking, honey, we're on a roll. Clink that champagne, let's toast the night. Drag power rising, feeling out of sight. Strutting down the lane where the lights never dim. Glitters like stardust, fans adore the whim. Different shades and colors making hearts combust. When you're with the Halstons, and glitter we trust. Hanging with the Halstons, you know it's a show. Laughing and spinning, let the good times flow. Every story snatched, every tea is hot. In the glam zone, baby, give it all you got. Hanging with the Halstons, you know it's a show. Laughing and spinning, let the good times flow. Every story snatched, every tea is hot. In the glam zone, baby, give it all you got.